Autofill and custom lists. We're going to start by setting up a custom list manually, and then we're going to set up a custom list electronically, and then we'll use that list in Autofill to fill a range of cells with the custom list that we created. I have a relatively short list. It's 4 regions. Let's call them sales regions for an unnamed company. And the company needs to have these sales regions listed in this order because the northern region is the dominant region and the list goes down in order of prominence. And let's say this list is going to be used many times to set up schedules for sales, for display of various financial information, targets, goals, budgets, can be used for many different purposes. So I want to set this list up on a permanent basis in Excel so that I can use Autofill to generate this list on my worksheets automatically. So how do I do that? First, we're going to get to the area where we set up custom lists, and that's in the Excel Options dialog box. That is in the Backstage area. Press Alt-F-T, left-click Advanced, slide the scroll bar down to the bottom, and we find Edit Custom Lists. To the left it says Create Lists for use in sorts and fill sequences. Sorts is going to be for another time. We're going to focus on the fill sequences. Left-click Edit Custom Lists, and we have our Custom Lists dialog box. There are several lists already listed. Those came with Excel. They are the days of the week and the months of the year. But I want to add my own. I want to add the regions for this company. There's 2 ways to do it. The hard way to do it is to type the items on the list manually, separated by a comma. Once all the items are typed in and separated by a comma, left-click Add, and we've created our custom list. There's a much easier way to create a list, however. So I'm going to delete this list we just created, and instead of typing them in, I'm going to left-click down here on the Import List from Cells field, left-click and select my range that contains the list, left-click Import, and I've created the custom list again. So now we have our custom list. I'm going to left-click OK, and then close the Options dialog box. So how do we use it? Well, Excel only needs one data point that's on that list for us to then be able to grab the fill handle, drag down, and the screen tip tells us it's going to fill F4 with Southern region, then Eastern region, then Western region, and that we've created our list using Autofill. And just as with any other sequence with Autofill, once you identify one item on the list, you can have Autofill sequentially fill the cells you are dragging to with items on that list until it gets to the bottom of the list, which is where it's at now, the Western region, and then it starts at the top of the list and works its way through the list sequentially till it gets to the bottom again, then it starts at the top. So this can be very useful if you have a large list that you intend to use over and over again. So we saw how to go to the advanced options and set up a custom list manually by typing each item in separated by a comma, or by importing the items electronically after selecting them. Once we have our list created, we can have Autofill generate that list by typing into one cell an item from that list, and then using the fill handle to fill a range of cells where we want that list to reside.